Okay, I have been sitting on this message for 2 weeks, waiting for clarification from Spirit to share it and to fully understand what it meant. Now, I still think there's a lot of layers to this message that I got, but it came to me just the same way that the message came to me back in October when I was getting messages about E coming in and giving announcements and doing things around the contest that we had. And so the vision I had was 2 weeks ago, and I wasn't really sure what it meant. And so I just have been holding on to it, waiting for Spirit to tell me, what does this mean? And I shared it with maybe 2 people. I shared it with a couple of my clients because I thought it was relevant to our sessions that we were having. But I haven't shared it publicly yet. And here is what it came to me. And I will explain to you what it means after I share you this vision. So 2 weeks ago, I usually get visions or insights or messages like right before I wake up in the morning, where, you know, that place where you feel like you're like awake, but you don't want to get up. And so you're like have these vivid dreams. So I was having one of those moments, and I saw myself sitting in a circle of awakened people. And in this circle, like I could recognize some of the people from like some of my clients, some of the people I've known, some of the people I see on here. And I was in the circle and I was teaching, and I was giving a message to the circle about the collective energy showing up differently than the opposite, the thing that we're wanting to overcome, basically. The thing that we're wanting to change, like showing up in a different energy. And the message that came out of me was, we cannot use the same masculine energy to defeat the masculine energy, because this is not about defeating anything. This is not about a battle. It's not about a fight. That is the old way. That is the hierarchy. That's the patriarch. That is what we've been taught to do in the age of Pisces, to come in with masculine energy and control and dominate. And the way the collective is moving into the 5D, into the age of Aquarius, is love, unity, and connection. And so it sounds and it feels contradictory to us to send love and trust out into the universe and light and be an example that way, than to fight and dominate and try to fix and control something. And so if you remember, back a couple months ago, I held a big meditation circle. A whole bunch of you attended, and we all sent light out into particularly the United States for everything going on. And since then, Spirit has been revealing to me the power of our intention and how things are shifting in the collective based on the intention and the light that we put in it, even when we don't think we're doing anything. Just by sending a frequency out, an intention, and holding and meditating on it, we are changing the energy. And so as I'm in this vision and I'm sharing these messages about the collective shift and awakening and holding this vision and holding the light and being an example for people that have yet to waken up, I look to my right and I see Miss K. And she is in the circle with us. And she's sitting right beside me, and she's listening intently. And she looks at me and she goes, "Oh my God, you're right. We need to go about this differently. And I am ready to come back and be in that position where we do that differently this time. And I needed this to teach me something so that I would show up differently when I did come into that position that I needed to be in, or I'm supposed to be in." And as I was kind of moving through this vision, it was like this powerful moment of how powerful we are, and how our intention and power have influenced those who can go and do something a little bit bigger in the physical realm. So we have been the spiritual energetic shift that is happening already. We're just waiting for it to manifest in the physical. And so the messages that are coming out right now by the other intuitives that are getting insights, and I know for sure 2 of them I trust. I do believe they fully are connected to spirit and are getting accurate messages. I came across one earlier. Her name was Shay. I wish I remembered all, if it was like, I know it was Shay something. And Allie. They both had visions and insights about something kind of moving into a state of not being anymore, and something arising. However, there's a lot of chaos in the middle of it. But our intention, our power, is what's going to get us through this. And we are shifting the energy. And that's what the vision was the collective energy shifting, rising up those who are ready to step into leadership in a new way, to carry that shift and change that we have been sending out. And it just dawned on me when I was looking at these or watching these other videos of the intuitives that that's what that vision meant, was that the energy work that we put in, the intentions that we put in, were setting up the person that is going to rise up when all this chaos starts to unfold and someone needs to step in. This person was being prepared through the energy of the collective. And it had to be this way because, first of all, we had to pull in all this chaos to bring change, to awaken more people, and then have the person that was supposed to really be in this position come into the energy of the collective, which we may not know how we did that, but we did, and rise back up in more of a divine feminine to create the change that we are seeking. So I had been sitting on that for 2 weeks, waiting for spirit to show me what it meant, and there I got it. So I'm not going to tell you timing because I don't know timing. Timing is based on energy. But hold your hope, hold your intention, hold it, hold the energy. It is working and it is going to work. Just keep believing.